EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the New Orleans Saints and the Dallas Cowboys. Here's the former Cornhusker Brett Maher to get this one started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 27, Winston. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Working out of the gun, Winston. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards to play.
This one was all about clearing space for this play to work because he's going to leak out of the backfield to his right and then angle his way up the field. And a really pretty throw to put it on him and create the big play downfield.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to let them feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A Saints first down there on a gain of 11. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
They run it again with Kamara. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
On second down, Kamara. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is third down. Jameis to throw it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
Fourth down, Winston. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And the Saints are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and trying to keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
No score after one on EA Sports. Now from the 9, here's second and goal. From the gun, Winston. Flush to his right. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Third and goal, Winston. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Adam Troutman, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Well, that drive felt like it took up an eternity. We finally have some action on the scoreboard.
Yeah, but plenty of action prior to, because that drive took up all the first quarter before we spilled into the second, and finally, points were registered.
On the other sideline, they're chomping at the bit just to get the football. Lutt's good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. He couldn't get the edge there. It wasn't sealed, so maybe not all on the guy running the football all the time on those tosses and the pitches that go to the outside.
No, not at all. I would agree with that totally, because sometimes the defensive guys, they win the edge battle. And when they do that, there's no place for the running back to go, and especially for offensive linemen trying to get out ahead. With their footwork and speed, it was negligible on that play. No gain at all for the offense.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage, because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Winston to give. It's Kamara. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Neville Gallimore on the stop.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Winston. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
First down, Winston. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
First down marker at the 5. It's 2nd and goal. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Just a yard to go here on 2nd down. A 10th carry for Kamara. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he is out of bounds here. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up.
And this time he is in.
Yes.
A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Saints have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. 14, Cowboys nothing. Will Lutz to kick off 41. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. Still going. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We've still got a good game going ahead of us. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
Able to hit on a big play right there in the 2-minute drill. Now they've got a chance to use all the remaining clock and build on their lead right before halftime.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. There's Chris Olave. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Winston now to throw on 1st down. Flushed out right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Play action now. Winston. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game, but after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Off the play fake, Winston. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Right there, we can do it.
First down, and it's Pollard again. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Tyrann Mathieu showing off a bit on that stop. Really nice tackle for loss. Play action now, Prescott. And just not enough on the throw there, down around his feet and incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final play of the half, Prescott. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. And it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Both teams making their final preparations for the second half of action. So with that, let's get you back out to Arlington, where we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went in at the half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
Prescott on play action. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott to throw it. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Kamara up the middle. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of 3, and it sets him up with 2nd and just 2 yards to go.
Not a whole lot there after the penalty, but remember, it was 1st and 5, not 1st and 10, so now they can keep grinding out first downs, and good things can happen for them. Just 2nd and short.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
Well, nursing such a small lead, you thought he'd take better care of the football after his last drive. Now for the 2nd straight possession, he's put all the pressure right back on his defense. They need to take a stand and hold that lead.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
But they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Throwing, Prescott. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Paulson Adebo. But such a costly interception, nearly a pick 6, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive, because that's...
And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints.
Alvin Kamara.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Winston to throw for it. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
You ask tight ends about their favorite routes to run, and surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples because they run so many routes in the middle of the field. How about this one? Starts downfield, bends it to the corner, great touch on the football, and they turn that one into a big play.
First down, Prescott. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
It's the gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 39-yard line.
To the air again, Prescott. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. He'll get it inside the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
From the red zone now, Prescott. Back to Elliott, and he's got him again. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
This offense so far on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, 5, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, just to add that to the list of great moments for this defense today, they've really shredded that game plan on the other side all 4 quarters. And, Charles, that pick 6, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie line, but they did it together, didn't they? Fed off of each other, every big play they made, every tackle, every pick, everything they've done. They continually built energy in this one, and how about them culminating with a pick 6?
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
At their own 28-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And that last pick 6 may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the 4th quarter. They need points quickly.
And now here is another interception. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 23 yards on the play. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8.
74 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. No doubt, though. It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at Highmark Stadium in upstate New York.
Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Dallas Cowboys and the Buffalo Bills.
And we are underway in Buffalo. Fields it right around the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Singletary to get the drive started. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Singletary again. And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Singletary, they'll run for it. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
I'm laughing because I'm not so sure I would have made this call. I'm not so sure I would have said, yeah, let's go ahead and get this one, especially at this point of the game. But give him credit. He had a feeling and carried it through.
Yeah, that's one where you think, okay, if you're down, 2 minutes left, the ball's near midfield, you go for it. But at this stage, at that part of the field, but like you said, it worked.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Allen now looks to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 45-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it even.
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And that sack, Charles, just looked like a case where a speedy defensive end is a little bit quicker than the offensive tackle.
Yeah, it makes it difficult for a tackle to determine what exactly to do. Do you do the kick slide and try and get back in the pocket and meet him there? Do you meet him on the line of scrimmage where they call a quick set? In any event, right now, he's having his troubles.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 41-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10, down at the 31. Allen going to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
Osa Odigizua with the effort there to earn the sack.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 17-yard line. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
To try again after the sack.
Allen throwing the out route, and Crowder makes the catch.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The 13th play now coming on this opening drive. Here's 3rd down. Now Allen. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Touchdown. Devin Singletary from 10 yards out.
And the Bills post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Very short kick taken right at the 20. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Now Prescott. They're trying for Washington, but the pass intercepted. Jair Elam makes a pick. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them, and they took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overran. Others say, I've got a 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. Complete to Washington. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. Wow, this one, it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick 6 to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders, it's not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick 6. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
And after all that, they are set up in unbelievable field position. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. To throw is Prescott. Over the middle, complete. That's Washington. 7 yards there and a first down. Prescott. And for the 3rd time here this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half.
And the defense